Washington, D.C. It's the ultimate target in the rhetoric of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. For decades, the distance between Tehran and the Potomac, nearly 10,000 kilometers, was considered an insurmountable moat for Iran's missile forces. Recently, Secretary of State Marco Rubio sounded a new alarm. He warned that Iran's refusal to negotiate on its ballistic program isn't just about regional security anymore. It's about the American homeland. Is this a political move to justify maximum pressure 2.0, or has the technical reality on the ground shifted? Today, we're looking at the three ways the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps could realistically, or theoretically, strike Washington. First, let's talk math. To hit DC from Iran, you need an intercontinental ballistic missile, or ICBM. Currently, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' proven, mass-produced arsenal, like the Khorramshahr and the Sejil, tops out at around 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers. That covers Israel, most of Europe, and U.S. bases in the Gulf, but it doesn't even reach the Atlantic. However, Secretary Rubio points to a specific backdoor: the space program. In early 2026, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is preparing to launch the Hatef-3 satellite. To the world, it's a science project. To the Pentagon, it's a test bed. If you can put a satellite into orbit, you have 90% of the technology needed to deliver a warhead across the globe. The only thing they haven't publicly mastered: the re-entry vehicle, the heat shield that keeps a warhead from burning up when it drops back into the atmosphere at 20 times the speed of sound. But what if you don't need a 10,000-kilometer rocket? This is the scenario that keeps naval planners up at night. In recent years, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has converted large merchant tankers into floating bases, like the Macron. We've seen them practicing containerized missile launches, hiding ballistic missiles inside standard shipping containers. If a ghost ship positioned itself 1,000 miles off the U.S. East Coast, Iran wouldn't need an ICBM. They could use their existing, highly accurate medium-range missiles to strike the capital. Rubio's recent focus on naval threats to shipping isn't just about the Persian Gulf. It's about the vulnerability of the Atlantic. There is a third, newer variable in 2026, the Russia-Iran Defense Pact. Following the 2025 conflict, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and Russia have shared unprecedented levels of sensitive military tech. Reports suggest Russia has assisted Iran in switching their missiles from liquid fuel to solid fuel. Why does that matter? Liquid fuel takes hours to load, time for U.S. satellites to spot the launch and strike first. Solid fuel missiles, like the Fatah one, can be fired in minutes. If Russia has shared ICBM guidance data or heavy lift engine tech in exchange for Iranian drones, the timeline for a direct threat to DC doesn't move in years. It moves in weeks. So, can the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps attack Washington today? The consensus remains: not reliably. A direct strike from Tehran would require a leap in technology they haven't publicly demonstrated. But Secretary Rubio's point isn't that they can today. It's that they are building the option for tomorrow. In the world of nuclear deterrence, the option is often just as dangerous as the weapon itself. The question for 2026 isn't just how far the missiles can fly, but how much risk the U.S. is willing to tolerate while the rockets are still on the pad.